As a little bit of a disclaimer, the DMC video is delayed because the game keeps crashing on me for some reason. I think it has something to do with my DirectX installation. So, yeah, I'll be cleaning that up over the next couple days and trying to get it to work again.
Okay.
Oh.
I see the problem now. Someone left a bunch of cargo on the tracks. Can you clear it?
But anyway.
I'll get to that shuttle and half section.
Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna take a look at Dead Space 3. It's kind of been, you know, a big deal because it's a trilogy. I think. In any event, it's Dead Space. So, welcome to Dead Space 3. It's a little controversial here and there. It's had some interesting decisions, to say the least. And it's also had some sort of odd revelations, such as the very, very smart marketing guy talking about how the PC version is going to be really bare bones and basic, and he was a complete liar. Usually we get it the other way around. Usually we get them saying, oh yeah, it's going to be great, and it's crap. But, yeah, he was wrong. The mouse and keyboard controls are actually really good this time. No acceleration or anything like that. There might be, I think there's a little bit of negative mouse acceleration, which means if you move your mouse very quickly, it moves the screen very slowly. But that's not a huge problem, and it's not really noticeable. Might as well mention it anyway, though. Take those transducers, brake and stuff. The game actually looks fairly good. Texture quality is pretty nice, and the environments are very, very pretty because, well, I mean, it is kind of hard to make space ugly. Stasis, looks like I'm gonna have to use stasis for something. Alright, it wants me to go over there, which means I have to go up here first. I saw a audio thingy up here.
Hey, Commander. You there?
Nope.
If you're gonna ask about the cryo boxes, forget it.
Cryo boxes? These are coffin deeps? They're freezing soldiers on the planet and stowing them in our cargo hold. What's the story?
You know I can't talk about it.
Valerie, come on. You owe me, remember?
Look, I don't know much more than you do. It's the deep dig teams. They send them into that godforsaken hole and, well, when they come back, there's something wrong. Look, just get them stowed. I've got Mahad breathing down my neck.
Fine. But this isn't going to end well. Mark my words.
Ha. Alright. Let's take a look at one of the biggest sort of new innovations in this game as compared to the others, which is this. The bench. Oh yes. This, since you're in like a 200-year-old fleet, there's no shop. You can't buy weapons, and you'll very rarely find anything, really, in that method. You have to scavenge. You will find parts. You won't find much that's complete. What you can do is craft. Now, let's go into this here. I've got... You can hold 2 weapons. This is not actually a 3rd weapon slot. This will go into your safe. So let's change up this weapon here. This is a force gun with essentially a chainsaw on the bottom of it, which is amazing. But we're going to switch it up a little bit. So here's how the crafting works. Now, you don't see a cursor, but you can actually control this with the mouse. Yeah, it's fine. So, let's see here. You can fit tools onto frames, and the tools and frames basically tell you what you're going to get. So, a plasma core on a heavy frame, which is a 2-handed frame, gives you a force gun. But on a light frame, which is 1-handed, gives you the plasma cutter. So, I want to keep this frame and everything, but I want to change the tip of the force gun. You can craft new weapons and all kinds of stuff with all these parts. As you can see, this is a compressor. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like the alt fire of the force gun from the previous games, but it takes a lot of tungsten, which is pretty valuable, and basically all of my scrap metal. But I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Alright. And The tip on this thing is fine. I can get a tip that makes it into a hammer, which is kind of cool, but it takes parts that I no longer have. And as far as power cores go, this replaces that. You have upgrade circuits. These fulfill the same role as power cores, only you have a very limited number of ones you can insert on any given weapon, and you can craft them, but they're fairly pricey, and you can find them rarely in like boxes on walls and things, just like power cores. But as you can tell, they aren't universal. There are specific variants of them, and more elite frames unlock more slots, and you can also spend tungsten to unlock slots, which I did not know until just now. Alright, so we've changed this a bit. We don't have any attachments on it because I don't have any to put on it, and I can't afford to make any of any kind. So we're just going to finish that up, make this weapon because Isaac's super cool and he can do that sort of thing. And there we go. It is now a kinetic projector. And this is a plasma disperser. It's just like a plasma cutter, only it's a little wider, and I also have an electrical engine on it which electrocutes things that I shoot because that's fun. Alright. There are blueprints. Lots and lots of blueprints. You can find these, and they allow you to... Mjolnir. Ooh, yeah, they allow you to, if you have the prerequisite resources, which are usually a lot, to create pre-made weapons. And I want all of these. Anyway, yeah, there's lots of customization with the weapons. As you can tell, you can have an upper and a lower tool, which is essentially 2 weapons in one. You can make kind of ridiculous things like dual plasma cutters and crazy stuff like that. You can also craft objects like ammo. These torque bars, which are sort of like the power core doors from the previous games. Doors that can only be unlocked via the use of a certain item. In this case, it's a torque bar because power cores don't exist. And med packs with somatic gel. But I'm keeping all my somatic gel because I can upgrade my suit's health with it instead. You can also sell items, but since there are no shops, instead you get resources and there's no credits in the game anymore. One of the biggest things in the game was stuff like this. As you can see in my safe, I've got the Evangelizer and the Negotiator. These are weapons that came with the limited edition, and these are extremely overpowered and things I should not have, so I'm just simply not using them. It's pretty simple. They'll be in your safe when you begin the game, just don't use them. And as far as the suits go, the suits are upgraded separately and don't have their own stats, so this suit I'm wearing right now is one that did come with the limited edition, but it's got no particular stat increase as opposed to the others or anything like that. It's an aesthetic change only, which is nice. Alright, so I'm supposed to get down here. Let's do this. A lot of people have said that this game is a lot more action-oriented than horror. There's still quite a survival element, in my opinion, even more so because of all the different resources you can scavenge and things like that. And I'm playing on hard mode right now because I found normal a little too easy, too many med packs and things. But on hard, it's fairly good. Alright. So what am I... Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Wait, am I supposed to, rotate these like that? No. I am not. Like that? Yeah. Alright, there's all kinds of mini games and things in this. It's kind of cool. Hacking works differently because there are no, there are no normal mini games anymore. It seems like there are several different kinds that you'll come across randomly. I've found like 2 or 3 different kinds of hacking, like fuse boxes, this weird node system, and the classic hacking that works a bit differently. There we go. Alright, we're almost done. Let's see. This one actually looks like it, yeah, fit just like that. There we go. Space Jenga! Like that? Absolutely not. This one's really weird shaped. Oh wait, like that? Eh. One more. Come on. Whoa! We'll just ignore that. Have fun, go away. Oh man, his eyes glowed red. That thing's gonna attack me.
Cargo fault in Bay 4.
Yeah.
Containment breach detected. Biological anomalies are present. Please use caution.
Whoa. Oh, okay. It's a spitter thing. Oh, jeez. Get it off. Yeah. Away. Get away. That is not as strong as I thought it would be. Crap. And I couldn't use the chainsaw. Alright.
Warning. Cargo fault in Bay 4.
You know what? We're just gonna use this then.
Biological anomalies are present. Please use caution.
So, as far as the action-oriented instead of horror-oriented goes, I gotta agree, but only in a certain way. I think there's still a horror orientation to the series. Ow! However, I think the reasons that people are saying that it's, you know, more action than horror now are twofold. One, because I think people have gotten used to the brand of horror that Dead Space offers, because it hasn't really changed since the first one, as far as like the sort of scares that it's going to pit after you. But second, it's less scary. There are still some fairly scary moments and intense moments, but it's definitely more of the intense, crazy moments than scary. A lot of people have said that there's too many jump scares. Ah! Like that. But I've got to say, all of the Dead Space games have been lots of jump scares. The only difference is some of the older ones... Oh, no, you don't. What? What? Wait. No. That's... okay. That's really not cool. We'll just pretend that's normal. Oh, Lord. Is that the atmosphere makes the jump scares scarier than they otherwise would be. And in this case, there might be a little less of that creepy, very tense atmosphere, and more just sort of an action-oriented survival experience, which is okay with me, honestly, but yeah, it is different than the previous ones. What happened? Cradle ops. Okay, so I'm alive. That's good. Being alive is a good start. You see, there's still some scariness here and there. Alright. What's this got to say?
Dr. Edwards, can you come to Cradle Ops, please? I need your help with the incoming cryo boxes.
Cryo boxes.
Hey, Chuck? You there?
Screw off, Sam.
Yeah.
My job was flying your asses over here, not wiping them once we arrived.
You're a lazy prick, Tucker. You know that, right?
I come from a long line of lazy pricks, Sam. Get Sikowski to help you with your little monster farm. That brown noser will do anything to impress the commander.
This mission is a group effort, Tucker. And one of these days, you're gonna have to take one for the team.
One of these days, Sam. But not today.
Well, I'm guessing he definitely took one for the team. Alright, I guess I'm supposed to go that way? Yeah, that's the only way to go, isn't it? Fair enough. Now, there's more freedom, I'm thinking, in this game. It's a little less directed than the other two. It's still a linear game, mind you, but there is more freedom. There's more of an open space to sort of screw around in. I mean, quite literally space. You can just float around in space going to different ships. And eventually, I'm guessing we're going to get to the planet's surface, but that's not yet.
Don't forget your kinesis module. Here, I found this recording when I was stuck on Titan Station.
Okay, whoever sees this, listen up. You can use kinesis to pull blades off dead ones and shoot it back at them.
I remember this recording from Dead Space 2. You find this fairly early in the game, actually. In sort of like an alley place.
You see? Just shoot it back at them.
Yeah, that's kind of cool that they did that. Alright. Yes, you still play Isaac. It is a story continuation. It is a Dead Space game. Less scary, but still. Alright, let's go. Now, I'm not sure about the planet's surface yet. I know you eventually get down to it. It's sort of a icy, crazy planet, Lost Planet style maybe. But for now, we're floating between various different large ships in space, which are pretty cool because they're like 200 years old, and they still sort of work here and there. And it's actually a little creepy. There's still a good amount of creepiness in the atmosphere and things like that. The crafting system, as well as the way the suit upgrades work and everything, adds quite a bit to the game, in my opinion, from the previous ones. The fact that there's no shops, there's lots of power outages because these ships are super old, so they don't work right, and things like that. And yes, it is more action-oriented, but there's still a lot of your classic Dead Space atmosphere. The heck? This just looks great. Oh man, there's that thing. That thing is gonna be like horrifying coming after me. Come here, box. I want your loot. One thing I do have to complain about is the ammo system. It uses a universal ammo system. So let's look at this here. I don't have, as you can tell, any ammo for specific guns. I just have ammo clips. These are magazines for everything. So as you can see, this has 9. That's not 9 shots, that's 9 reloads, essentially. So, say for this weapon right here, as you can tell, I have 4, so that's 53 shots total with the number of mags that I have. And this has 119 shots total. It's really weird. I don't really like universal ammo systems very much. It's better than a lot of others in my opinion because it does use actual magazines instead of individual shots as the metric, which is kind of neat, which also means you're forced into kind of tense situations because reloading with spare ammo left, you don't get that ammo back since it's based on magazines and not ammo. Oh, Lord. Jeez. That thing looks crazy. It's all, like, written on.
Oh shit! This one's regenerating!
It's a regenerating one. Great.
I'm not!
Yeah. Alright, you're gonna be stasis. Where am I going? Going past it, naturally. Have fun. How did I know that was gonna be one of those awful things? Oh, Lord. Well, what I'd like to do is get up here first, so that I can actually kill them. Oh! Hi. Oh, it's the regenerating one. Oh, it just totally killed me while I was trying to run past it. Crap. Yeah, about that. Do not like. We're just gonna use this gun for a minute because it forces people back pretty far.
Oh shit! This one's
Alright.
regenerating!
And one of the other problems a lot of people have had was the whole microtransaction thing. I don't like them being there, but they're not as bad as people seem to think. There aren't very many, and you can completely ignore them. There's really no reason for them to even be there. I wish they weren't. This thing is awesome. However, it is possible to completely ignore them without much of anything. Oh, of course it's one of these. Of course. Crap. You gotta have a lot of health to survive this thing instantly killing you. I mean, this is hard mode and everything, but jeez. Alright, this is kind of difficult. I've actually found hard mode somewhat challenging due to the amount of damage you take and the amount of enemies that can just instantly kill you. It's kind of unfortunate. Alright. Use stasis.
This one's regenerating.
Use stasis. Kill things with that. That's better. Let's just get full health. There you go. Oh dear. Just like in the previous games, your stasis regenerates over time, but very slowly. You can use suit kiosks to upgrade the rate at which it does regen, which is nice. Keep going. Oh lord. Ow. No. No, what the? Okay. We can pretend that made sense even though it didn't. Die. Thank you. And just like in Dead Space 2, you stomp things and get loot. Call the tram. Call that tram. Get past it. Yeah, there's a thingy in here. Oh dear lord. Crap. I'm out of med packs. Can't get fast enough away from it. Well, this is frustrating. Alright, you get the basic idea though. Welcome to Dead Space. Alright, there are lots of new necromorph types, as far as I can tell. Lots. Lots of much more intelligent ones that can use weapons and things. And lots of, not so nice that's why this was here. Not so nice kind of, human enemies. For like the first time in a while that you'll actually be fighting anything human and alive. It's kind of weird for the Dead Space games, but that doesn't happen very much. It's, I think, a good addition to the series. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's different from the previous Dead Space games, and no one's really gonna argue with that. If you were expecting...
The tram will arrive shortly.
Lord. If you're expecting maybe an identical experience, this is just horrible. To the previous Dead Space games, you're not gonna get it. Crap. But, it's close enough. And I like it. So, yeah, I think maybe as someone who, played quite a bit of the previous Dead Space games, but not, I don't know, not a huge amount. I guess I'm just not afraid of change. But I understand why some people dislike this one compared to the others. Alright, we're gonna get this. Eventually. Maybe. Need to kill these things as quickly as possible. Stasis you. Let's go ahead and knock out your legs. While we're at it, I don't want to keep reloading constantly and wasting all my ammo. And yet, reloading is really, really useful. Ooh, I want that med pack.
The tram will arrive shortly. Please stand
Come
by.
on. This is horrible. How many are there? Too many. Way too many. Wait, there are 2 of those regenerating things? What? That is less than good. Alright, good thing I've got some stasis packs. Let's go, please. Mid-station. Thank you.
God, I hate those things.
Okay, I'm
I made it to the tram. Looks like it stops at the mid and aft station.
The aft station's where the shuttle is parked.
Yep.
What about mid station?
Well, that would be the conning tower. Hey, now this is interesting. Records indicate a number of useful tools and salvage were signed out from storage there.
A little bit of story here for you. A little bit of really pretty stuff.
Thanks. If I check it out, I'll let you know. Isaac out.
I think that's about all I gotta say, really, on the subject of Dead Space 3. I'm enjoying it
Conning tower.
an awful lot. It is certainly different than the previous games, but I don't think it's different in a bad way. I think there were some unfair negative connotations to the system as it is, and that there's actually a lot to the game in a very positive light. That may just be me, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, so I would advise you to check it out. It is, unfortunately, Origin exclusive. For those of us who don't like Origin all that much, kinda sucks. But, yeah, it is Origin exclusive. Not the worst thing in the world. Okay. There we go! That hacking minigame took me forever to figure out how it actually worked, because it doesn't explain it at all. Anyway. So yeah, that's my verdict on Dead Space 3 at least. It's definitely worth a shot. It's worth a try. Just play it. You'd probably enjoy it. I really need to find a suit kiosk thing. I think that there was an unfair amount of very negative hype surrounding the game due to kind of stupid reasons that didn't actually appear in the game. Like, the microtransactions aren't as bad as you would think. I still don't like that they're there. And the whole PC version is not good thing is a complete lie, because it is. Also scavenger bots. They're kind of adorable and help you find more equipment. So yeah, play it on hard. Unlock lots of neat things. And I believe there are even harder difficulties you can actually go on, including one where you have to craft everything, including medkits, and you don't find any, which would be very challenging. So yeah. That's that. And I will be getting more videos out, but like I said, the DMC video is delayed because it keeps crashing on me. As far as the performance of Dead Space goes, it's really good. This is cranked up to max. I get about 140 FPS average with everything on max, which is pretty fantastic. And even in the really pretty space scenes in cramped rooms with lots of action and just everywhere, lots of good stuff. So, Dead Space 3, check it out on Origin and maybe on Gamersgate. I don't know if it's on there or not. In any event, it activates on Origin no matter what. Don't listen to some of the more negative hype about it. It's actually pretty awesome in my opinion. And if you're looking for a Dead Space game, it's still Dead Space. So, that's that. Right. Oh. Well. Yeah, come on. And that's that. Easy, right? Yeah, totally. I'll see you guys next time.